Vinaya.
Video and audio is
just a minute, Rohit.
Sir, silent invocation.
ఏమైంది రోహిత్ రావట్లేదా?
తను మ్యూట్ లో ఉన్నారు సార్. వినయ, కెన్ యూ ప్లీజ్ అన్మ్యూట్? వినయ.
Okay, go next.
Okay, thank you. I now request Rotarian K. Ravindra, District Rotaract Committee Chair for the District 3160, to give away his welcome address in 3 minutes, sir. In 1 minute, sir. Thank you.
But waiting for DG, shall I go ahead?
Yes, sir.
So anyway, friends, Rotarians, Rotaractors, and other dignitaries, I welcome you all for the mega event of Rotaract multi-district meet on the eve of Independence Day.
Madam,
now let me welcome our dignitaries. So that's what I'm just waiting for 2 minutes when they come. So Rohit, is there anything you go ahead with that? Because let's wait for 2 DGs to come, then I can start the welcome address. Patriotic song, something is there, no? Let's try that.
Do we have Rotaractor Jayant from Rotaract Club of Falcon? Rotaractor Jayant.
Rohit.
Yes, sir.
Rohit.
Yes, sir.
We have Vinaya madam here.
Okay.
Namaste.
So Vinaya madam, over to you, ma'am.
Thank you. सारे जहां से अच्छा हिंदुस्ता हमारा, सारे जहां से अच्छा हिंदुस्ता हमारा, हमारा सारे जहां से अच्छा हिंदुस्ता हमारा, हमारा सारे जहां से अच्छा। पर्वत वो सबसे ऊंचा, हम साया आसमां का, वो संतरी हमारा, वो पासुबा हमारा, हमारा सारे जहां से अच्छा हिंदुस्ता हमारा। गोदी में खेलती है इसकी हजारों नदियाँ, गोदी में खेलती है इसकी हजारों नदियाँ, गुलशन है जिनके दम से, गुलशन है जिनके दम से, रस के जनान हमारा, हमारा सारे जहां से अच्छा हिंदुस्ता हमारा, हमारा सारे जहां से अच्छा। मजहब नहीं सिखाता आपस में बैर रखना, मजहब नहीं सिखाता आपस में बैर रखना। हिंदू है हम, हिंदू है हम, हिंदू है हम, वतन है हिंदुस्तान हमारा, हमारा सारे जहां से अच्छा हिंदुस्ता हमारा, हमारा सारे जहां से अच्छा, सारे जहां से अच्छा हिंदुस्ता हमारा।
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Was a very apt.
I would like to recognize the presence of DRR Shrikant Dhar from District 3131, DRR Arjun Raj from District 2981, PDRR Naveen Sena from District 3190. Thank you so much for joining us.
Rohit, go for the next item in the agenda. As soon as the DGs comes, just stop for a second. I welcome them. Okay, let's go ahead.
Yeah,
Yes.
both the DGs have joined the meeting now. So Rohit, you can ask Ravindra to give his address.
Oh, really?
I now request
Well-
Rotarian K. Ravindra, District Rotaract Committee Chair 3160, to give away his welcome address in a minute, sir.
Hi, hello, friends, Rotaractors, Rotarians. I welcome all the participants for attending the mega event of Rotaract Multi-District Meet on the eve of Independence Day. Now let me welcome our dignitaries. May I now welcome District Governor 3150 Rotarian Hanumanth Reddy Garu to this meeting. And District Governor 3160 Chinnappa Reddy Garu.
Hi.
Good evening, sir. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
And DGN Satish Garu, welcome. Good evening and welcome. And past District Governor PDG Dr. Ravi Vadlamani Garu, welcome you, sir. And the past Governor 3160 Surendra Reddy Garu, welcome. DRR Sindhura 3150, DRR ఈ పేరు ఒకటే కొంచెం కష్టం నాకు. సుమంకిత DRR 3160, welcome. And Chairman Roto Fest Committee, Rotarian past President Sarath Chaudhary Garu, welcome. And my counterpart DRCC, Vishwanath Garu, and all the Rotaractors and the Rotarians who have joined to support our future young Rotarians. So now over to MC.
Thank you so much, sir. I recognize the presence of DRR Yamini from District 3011, DRR Abhishek Goyal from District 3030. Welcome.
Just
I
one
now
second. I welcome past District Governor Ratna Prabhakar Garu. I welcome you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Up next, we have our welcome address and Independence Day speech by DRR of District 3160, Rotaractor Sumankita. Over to you, Rotaractor Sumankita.
Respected dignitaries and all the participants in this meet, a very good evening and hearty welcome to you all. Firstly, let me at the onset humbly thank the district leadership of RID 3160 and 3150 for encouraging and extending guidance and cooperation to our Rotaract. Thank you, DG Chinnappa Reddy sir and DG Hanumanth Reddy sir and their teams. I also congratulate and extend my heartfelt wishes to each and every Indian on the eve of 73rd Independence Day, which is the sweet and precious fruit from the tree of sacrifices of many of our freedom fighters. We the youth, the upcoming leaders, tomorrow's nation builders, with staunch determination and great commitment, with a motive of confidence, we can and we will achieve the goals, must unstintedly strive to place ourselves as well as our nation on the top of the globe with utmost sincerity, unswerving responsibility in almost all aspects like technology and science and economy on other hand, and through service through mankind through Rotary, like gigantic organization. To be loyal to our parents near and dear and to our motherland and mother nation as a whole. Dear respected Rotarians and other guests, on this August gathering, I finally wish to reiterate that I am proud to be a Rotarian and an Indian as well. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Rohit, just 1 second. I recognize the presence of all the PDEs, DGEs, DGNs from the both districts and also the district secretaries of 3160 and 3150. Rohit, go ahead.
Thank you so much, sir. I now request Rotaractor DRR Sindhura Pabisetti from District 3150 to give away her Independence Day speech. Over to you, Rotaractor Sindhura.
Thank you, Rotaractor Rohit. Great evening to all the respected dignitaries, my fellow Rotaractors, and all the gathering of the day. On this evening, we are very fortunate to meet the leader J.D. Lakshmi Narayana sir. We all have strengths to be a leader, which we are not known. So this evening, hope this session changes us a lot. Home of the free, because of the brave. Enjoy your freedom. Freedom is in the mind, freedom in the words, pride in our souls. Let us salute the nation on this big day. The future of country depends upon the actions of today. Let us be responsible. We may not be the freedom fighters, but we can be a great leader. So looking forward to hear from our visionary leader in today's session. Advance wishes to everyone. Thank you one and all. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, DRR Sindhu. Up next, we have address by Rotarian past President Sharad Chowdhury, Chairman of the event Rota Fest 2020-21. We would like to hear from you for the upcoming 4 minutes, sir, about the purpose of the meet. Over to you, Rotarian Sharad Chowdhury, sir.
Good evening, everybody. DRR's Sindhura and Dr. Samantika, District Governors Hanumant Reddy Garu and Chinnappa Reddy Garu, my dear friend PDG Ravi Vadlamani, PDG Surinder Reddy Garu, and the galaxy of other PDGs, Rotarians and Rotractors. It is very easy for me to tell you what the program on RotaFest 1 is. But my job here is to enthuse you and get you to understand the true purpose behind that. And for this, I would like you to please close your eyes and imagine the people that I'm going to mention to you. Please close your eyes and think about Alexander the Great, Swami Vivekananda, Shankaracharya, and Jesus Christ. When I say Alexander the Great, do you see a person at the age of 20 mounting his horse Bucephalus and riding across continents to reach the shores of India and then achieve all that he did, one of the largest empires in the world, by the time he was 32. When I talk to you of Adi Shankaracharya, do you see this young lad from Kerala who made his way up on foot to the various parts of India, engaging in debate and re-establishing the ancient Hindu religion whose foundations had been shaken? He did all this before he gave up his life in Kedarnath at 32. When I talk to you of Swami Vivekananda, you see this man in his orange robes who took the monastic vows at the age of 23 and at the age of 32 made that iconic address to the Parliament of World Religions. And all that he did was over by the time he was 39. And when I talk to you of Jesus Christ, do you see this young man who was a carpenter's son, who went and fought the might of the Roman Empire to establish what is today the most populous religion in the world? So this is the power of youth. I would like you to close your eyes again and again think of these people who you may not remember as being young people. Napoleon Bonaparte, Mahatma Gandhi, Albert Einstein, and Mother Teresa. The images that you see in front of you are those of much older people. But do you know that Napoleon won his first war when he was 26? That Mahatma Gandhi thought of well, there's somebody trolling me on the chat box, so I ignore that. Got his idea about this of self-respect when he was 23. Albert Einstein wrote his papers on relativity and photoelectric effect when he was 26. And Mother Teresa took her vows when she was 30, jumped into social service when she was 18, jumped into social service when she was 31, and founded the Missionaries of Charity only when she was 40. So freedom is the opportunity to be whatever we thought we would never be. And it is this, a celebration of this freedom, to let out this potential in you and to celebrate it, that RotaFest 1 is planned. In each one of us, there is an Alexander the Great, there is an Albert Einstein, there is a Mother Teresa, and there is a Shankaracharya. In each one of us, in the youth that we have an ability to achieve beyond what we can think of presently. And RotaFest 1 is a festival curated for all of you and those you bring into Rotaract to congregate together, to be the largest youth festival ever in India and bring about this celebration. So the celebration of RotaFest 1 is a celebration of Rotaract, where all Rotaractors, and we expect to have 70,000 of them congregating in Hyderabad on the 24th of February 2021, and they will celebrate the power of youth, the transformational power of youth, the transformational power as to what they can do to themselves and what they can do to society. So this, my friend, is in short the purpose of RotaFest 1. As we go along, you will get more details. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. I now request District Rotaract Chair, Rotarian Ravindra sir, to welcome our chief guest.
Sir, great evening, sir, to Ms. J.D. Lakshminarayan, sir. I welcome today's chief guest, popularly known as J.D. Lakshminarayan Garu. In spite of his busy schedule, he has accepted our invitation. That shows his passion and dedication for the youth. His fans and followers all over India and abroad watching and waiting for his speech. He is going to talk the apt subject for today's youth, need to accelerate the hidden strength of leadership in today's youth. Once again, sir, I welcome you for this meeting. Thank you very much, sir, for coming. Over to Rohit.
Thank you so much, sir. For the next coming 3 minutes, we would like to hear from our District Governor, Rotarian N.V. Hanmant Reddy, sir, of District Governor of Rotaract District 3150. Over to you, Hanmant Reddy, sir. Over to you, Hanmant Reddy, sir. District Governor for the District 3150.
Sir, unmute చేసుకోలేమో.
మిమ్మల్ని చూశాను రాంప్రసాద్ గారు, మీరు ఉన్నారు, చూశాను, మీ పేరు చెప్పబోతున్నాను.
Thank you very much, Rohit.
Thank you, Andy. Thank you.
Dear Sindhura, District Rotaract Representative 3150, Sumantika, District Rotaract Representative 3160, my batchmate DG 3160 Chinnapareddy garu, PDG Bhumireddy Surendra Reddy garu, and my mentor PDG Ravi Vadlamani garu, and our extremist chief guest, Sri Lakshminarayan garu IPS. Hearty welcome, sir. And galaxy of past governors, governor-elects and governor nominees of both districts, fellow Rotarians, Rotaractors, and past DRRs, and guests. Good evening and hearty welcome to this wonderful event by Rotaractors for District 3150 and 3160. My advance wishes on the 74th Independence Day to all of you. Every year we conduct a mega event on Independence Day event, but this year event is very special for two reasons. We are celebrating it with our friends of neighboring District 3160, and most important, we have Sri V.V. Lakshminarayan Garu as our chief guest. A brave, frank, clean-hearted, courageous, and aspiring Youth is the only foundation on which the future nation can be built. Youth is the future of Rotary and the future of our nation. As inspired, youth can transform our nation into world's #1 country. Hence, it is great to have you, sir, to address the youth on the important topic on how to accelerate the hidden strengths of leadership in our youngsters. Like all of you, I'm also looking forward for your speech and message. Thank you once, one and all.
Thank you so much, sir. For the next 3 minutes, we would like to hear from Rotarian Chinnappa Reddy, sir, District Governor of Rotary International District 3160. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, good evening to all my dear Rotractors and my dear DRRS and the DRCs and the PDGs and today our chief guest JD Lakshminarayan Garu. Andariki swagatam suswagatam. Nijanga, it is very happy to conduct the meeting between 3150 and 3160. We are happy to see nearly around 300 Rotarians are here and Rotractors including. All AGs and district secretaries all are here. Happy Independence Day to all of you. Please attend tomorrow's flag hosting either in your schools or in Rotary buildings or in government offices. I'm requesting you all to please salute our flag hosting. It is a right for every Rotarian of India especially. So thank you today JD Lakshminarayan Gari గురించి మీకు చాలా మందికి తెలుసు. ఆయన గురించి మన వీడియో కూడా ప్లే చేస్తాం ఇప్పుడు. తర్వాత మనం టైం కూడా ఎక్కువ తీసుకొని మాట్లాడేదానికి ఆయనకు అవకాశం ఇద్దాం. తర్వాత మన పీడీజీ సురేందర్ అండ్ వడ్డమాన్ రవి గారు కూడా ఉన్నారు. దే విల్ గివ్ గుడ్ స్పీకర్స్ అండ్ లక్ష్మీనారాయణ గారి స్పీచ్ చాలా మంది వినిండరు. ఆయన మీకు యూత్ కు ఒక ఆదర్శం. And I'm requesting JD Lakshminarayan Garu, please give our Rotractors to become a Rotarians and the future Rotary leaders of Rotary International. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Rohit, 1 second. I recognize the presence of Rotarian Professor S.P. Chitta, Secretary, Rotary Club of Bidarport. Welcome you. Go ahead.
Thank you so much, sir. So, up next we have introduction of our chief guest, Sri JD Lakshminarayan, sir, by Rotarian District Governor nominee Suresh Vomina, sir, followed by a AV presentation. Over to you, sir.
Satish Garu, Division Satish Garu.
Sir, you please play
AV.
Yes.
Sure, I'll play the AV introduction. Thank you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sri Vasagiri Venkata Lakshmi Narayana, popular by the name JD Lakshmi Narayana, was born on the 3rd of April 1965 in Kadapa district of Andhra Pradesh. He grew up in Srisalem, where his father was an irrigation officer. He did his Bachelor of Engineering from NIT Warangal and his MTech from IIT Madras. He was an officer of the Indian Police Service from the 1990 batch of the Maharashtra cadre. Sri Lakshmi Narayana worked as a superintendent of police for Nanded district and the Maharashtra Anti-Terrorism Squad. He was the unit head and the joint director of the Central Bureau of Investigation, CBI, in Hyderabad from 2006 and has handled more than 30 high-profile cases during his tenure. A great orator known for his impactful speeches, Sri Lakshmi Narayana has addressed more than 25 lakh youth so far. He was an active member of the Lead India Foundation, which was started with the inspiration of former President Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, and he has donated his blood more than 50 times. After having announced that he would adopt any village that voluntarily prohibits alcohol, Sri Lakshmi Narayana has stood to his word and has adopted 3 villages so far: Chinnamandadi of Mahbubnagar district, Sahalalaputtuga of Srikakulam district, and Sita Ramapuram of Vijayanagaram district. After voluntarily retiring from the service in 2018, Sri Lakshmi Narayana extensively toured all the 13 districts of Andhra Pradesh, keenly understanding the prominent issues prevalent in the state, especially those of farmers, youth, and women. A recipient of Indian Police Medal in 2006, he has also been awarded the Mahatma Gandhi Peace Prize by the Minority Commission of Maharashtra and was also conferred with the President Police Medal for distinguished service on the Republic Day of 2017. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Sri Lakshmi Narayana.
Sir, I will take my. Sir, I will take privilege to invite you for this meeting, sir. Thanks a lot, sir, for accepting our request. And in spite of your very, very busy schedules, you made it convenient for our Rotarians and for Rotractors, sir. Thanks a lot for coming, sir. Please, mic is yours, please.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you very much, and a warm good evening to all of you, and also advanced wishes for the Independence Day. And in fact, I had addressed so many meetings, but addressing so many people and so many distinguished people through this webinar is quite a difficult thing for me, because when I see the names, and also most of the people, I know them personally also. So thank you very much for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Mr. Ravindra Garu, Hanumant Reddy Garu, Surendra Reddy Garu, Ravi Vadlamani Garu, Satish Garu, Chinnappa Reddy Garu, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. And I have very good friend, Dr. Ram Prasad, also in the audience, and also my daughter's schoolmate, Roshita, doctor, who is now doing her MBBS in Usmania or Gandhi. She is also there. And also I could see a lot of youngsters also in this. So in fact, I heard the previous speaker, Mr. Chaudhary Garu. And also, a lot of things have been told about the youth. Because, I was not given much time for preparation. So I prepared a small PowerPoint presentation also. If it is possible to show it, I'll be happy, because this thing has been done, and I thought the interaction with a larger number of people would be better through a PowerPoint presentation. Satish Garu, I can do that? Yeah.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. You can, sir. Please.
Yeah. I can share the screen with them, and they can watch. Yeah.
Sure, sir.
And what is the time allotted to me?
Sir, it's up to you, sir.
Okay.
So even tomorrow morning also our people are there with you, sir. They're such an eager.
Yeah. Thank you very much, sir. Yeah. I'll just take 1 minute to set up the thing. Yeah. Yeah, you all mentioned about the important topic, and also, the topic has been selected very aptly, because we are all looking for a transformation in the nation. And also the concept of Atmanirbhar, the self-reliance is the thing, and also with the demographic dividend what we have. We are all looking for the youth to contribute, and so that they can make a change, and they can bring a change in the society. Of course, I need to talk something about the Rotary Club also, because I have been associated with the Rotary Club, and also I am a beneficiary of the Rotary Club also. Because Ravi Vadlamani Garu is a dear friend of mine. And also because of him, the school in which I studied, we got about 200 or more than 200 benches. Because when you think about Ravi Vadlamani Garu, we always remember about his generosity and the way in which he took up the cause, and most of the schools in majority of the districts of both the states could take the benches because of the Rotary initiative. And also the whole world remembers Rotary for your wonderful work in the pulse polio, this thing also, so that the polio could be eradicated from the map. So that is the contribution. And also the Rotaract is another important organization, because all the youngsters who want to build leadership qualities are brought under one platform. And by making them actively participate in the activities of the Rotary, and also in the process of conducting so many events, so a lot of leadership qualities are being generated. I met so many Rotaract members, and also I could see the change in them after becoming members of the Rotaract, and also a lot of leadership qualities under the guidance of many elderly people I could see, and I could personally meet them, and I could personally witness the change the Rotaracts, the Rotary Club has brought in the youngsters. The topic given to me is that need to accelerate the hidden strength of leadership in today's youth. There are a lot of leadership qualities that are there in the youth. Only thing is you need to accelerate, because there is no time for us now. Because why we are asking for the acceleration is because Dr. Kalam thought that by 2020 we'll get into a mode of developed nation. That's why his Vision 2020, which he started right from 1996, we have already reached 2020, and we are in the process of journey, and the journey is still going on. And also there is definitely a need to accelerate this. Only the youth can accelerate this, and they can make the nation a developed nation and a great nation. There is a lot of potential in all the youth, as mentioned by the previous speaker, and there are so many youth who have become the role models, and we have established and we have brought the name for the nation. And such hidden strengths are there in all the individuals, and they should work together, and we should bring a change in the, the dynamics of the nation, and also the thought process of the nation, so that the nation can accelerate fast, and we can be a developed nation and a happy nation. And there are so many countries that are ready to emulate, and we have strength. And also the demographic dividend, which I was talking about, it's a big strength to the nation. It's a big strength to the nation. Already 65% of the population is the youth, and I think by another 5 years, the 75% is going to be below 29 years. So that is a big advantage for the nation, which we need to use, or which we need to put into the practice, or which we need to see that the enough leadership qualities are generated in the youth, so that they can lead the people, and they can provide solutions to the nation. Now, I always say youth is hope. The definition, if you go, I always feel the definition for youth is hope. So the youth is hope of our future. So we are concentrating, and we are devoting so much time on it. Now, who is the youth? That is another question before all of us. What is there any definition for youth? These are the, this is the, I'll show you another youth on the screen. So this particular gentleman, I don't know how many of you have recognized him. His name is Daripalli Ramaya. He stays in Khammam, and he has planted more than 1 crore plants, and he has taken up the responsibility of looking after them also. And he has been awarded with the Padma Shri. He is almost more than 75-year-old. He's a good friend of mine, and we keep interacting with them. So I always say, youth is not the chronological age, but it's a mental age. So that is also very important. Just because you are maybe 25 years or 29 years, you can't be called as the youth. You need to have the mental age. I always call Mr. Daripalli Ramaya youth. I always tell him, you are the youth of the nation. So the ideas what we have, the way you look at the things changes the definition of youth also. The photographs what you are seeing is an old man coming out of this COVID hospital. I think he was about 106-year-old or so. So he is successfully coming out of the COVID situation. And at the same time, we are seeing the WHO chairman saying that young people can be infected once the WHO. So it's not chronological age, but I always say it is the immunity and the discipline which defines youth. So it is the mental age, and also the, I mean, in the COVID situation, it is the immunity, and moreover that it is the discipline which defines the youth. I mean, there was a mention about Shankaracharya. I mean, why? I mean, what are the qualities of a youth? I thought I can take some of the names and I can put them, because he changed the course of river Purna reacting to his mother's plight, and he showered golden avlas to a poor lady, broken the traditions of sannyasa and performed the last rite of his mother. And he established 4 pitas in Sringeri, Puri, Dwaraka and Kashmir. And he written many shlokas and bhashyas. And all these things he achieved in only 32 years. So the quality of youth is fight or break the rules when required. So this is one of the qualities I always look in youth. You need to fight, or if needed, you need to break the rules when required, when it is going to, I mean, give a better life to many of the people around you. The another person reference was taken about Swami Vivekananda. So the spread of the uniqueness in the Indian culture, he did by uttering the word sisters and brothers of America. He made people to work for the society. I mean, you know about the Rockefeller incident. He made Rockefeller to become a, big donor, and all the money he started donating after interaction with Swami Vivekananda. He was always considering about the development of the nation. The Indian Institute of Science, what we see in Bangalore, is the brainchild of Swami Vivekananda. When he was traveling in a ship, he met Jamshedji Tata. Jamshedji Tata was traveling to Germany for establishment of a steel factory in Jamshedpur. He was going there to test the quality of the iron ore that is available in and around Jamshedpur. Then Swami Vivekananda told him, why not we have an institution like this? Why we need to go to Germany? Why not we have it in the nation? So that is how the IISc has started. Then of course the patriotism. So patriotism is one of the important things, the quality what the youth should have. Patriotism comes when the heart melts. So melting of heart is very, very important if you want to be a patriot. So what the youth can learn from Swami Vivekananda is impact the world in multiple ways and multiple fronts. This is another quality which we need to imbibe from the life of Swami Vivekananda. It's not that you are going to impact only on one front, but you have to impact on multiple fronts and multiple ways. The other youth I wanted to put before the present day youth or the people who are attending is Gautama Buddha. He saw this sorrow for the first time in his life, and he reacted immediately, and he devised methods to wipe off the sorrow of the human race. So from this you can pick up the quality, don't criticize, give a solution. So from these 3 gentlemen or 3 youth, what I defined right from Mr. Daripalli Ramaya, I always say, these are the qualities which we need to pick up. These are the leadership qualities which we can pick up. So that you can lead the nation at the appropriate time. About the hidden qualities you have been mentioned. The first person who comes to my mind is Lord Hanuman, because he had so many hidden qualities in him. Only when all the Vanaras and Jambavanta, they came and told him, then he realized his qualities, and he could jump, and he could cross the ocean and reach Lanka. So there are so many qualities in the youngsters which they need to know, and so that they can realize the qualities and they can achieve the things. Like this is young Abdul Kalam, whom you are seeing. He wanted to be a fighter pilot. But he could not get selected. With a lot of disappointment, he went to an ashram. In the ashram, the guru told him, don't get discouraged. There is a lot of things you can do, and there is a lot the nation is going to get from you. So don't get discouraged. He wanted to be a fighter pilot. He became the supreme commander of the armed forces. But as the president of India, he was the supreme commander of the armed forces. So, how he achieved, how he transformed, how he did this, you can take a cue from the life of Dr. Kalam. I always say, can we have a great Indian dream? Every country dreams of something. So I thought, why not we have a dream? Unless you have a dream, it becomes very difficult for you to guide your life. So according to me, the great Indian dream can be Every citizen should work hard, prosper and succeed through innovation, hard work. Once successful, every citizen should give back to the society that made her or him what he or she is. This can be a great Indian dream, as I visualize. I mean, the Rotary is doing this. After coming to a particular stage, you are giving back to the society in the form of this thing. What you have taken from the society, you are giving back. So the main thing is you need to work hard, prosper and succeed through innovation and hard work. What we are expecting from the youth is the innovation. Innovation is going to change the nation. So innovation is a very important thing which the youth should think about. The creativity and innovation are the two things which are going to change the face of the nation, which is going to bring, which is going to transform the nation. So I request all the youngsters who are attending, always think about, becoming creative and doing something innovative, I mean, what made the nations develop? Because the dream of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam was to make India a developed nation by 2020. I mean, basically, it is the people who made the nations developed. I mean, the people can change the fate of the nation, or people can change the course of the nation. So they worked hard, they took risks, they worked with discipline, and they focused on goals and with strong work ethics. So these are the qualities always people had or people are possessing in most of the nations which are called developed nations. So these are the qualities I feel should be inculcated by everybody, not only the youth, but everybody. If we can inculcate these qualities, definitely we can also transform the nation, and our nation also can become developed. I mean, John F. Kennedy always said, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. So this is a question every individual should ask, because most of the time we'll be questioning, we'll be criticizing, but our main thing is what you can do for the nation, what you can do, and what is your contribution for the nation that is going to be there. I mean, some of the qualities I thought I can discuss. I mean, the youth whom they have to develop. Here is a gentleman, his name is Karolai Tekas. He was a sergeant in Hungarian army and he was an ace shooter. He was the favorite to win the gold at 1940 Olympics. Being in the Hungarian army, he was in the teaching profession. I mean, he was teaching these things to the army persons. But during the demonstration, he lost his right hand in an accidental explosion. So shooting hand blown away. But still, he did not get discouraged. He started shooting with his left hand. And he practiced, and in 1948 Olympics and in 1952 Olympics, he won gold for his nation. So, I mean, why I am projecting these things is there are a lot of things which we need to inculcate or take. These are the people who can inspire you to develop these qualities. There is another girl, this girl's name is Arunima Sinha. You all must have heard about her. In fact, she lost her both legs in a train. There was a tragedy that has happened. She was traveling in a train wherein 5 thieves, they entered into the train in Uttar Pradesh and they tried to snatch away the money purse which she had. But she resisted, being the national level volleyball player, and the people in anger threw her out of the train, and she fell on the track which was there, and she lost both her legs. So she was put this Jaipur foot, which we call, both the legs below the knees, they were replaced with the Jaipur foot. She started slowly practicing. She finally scaled Mount Everest, and she received Padma Shri in the year 2015. So both these qualities, both these people I am showing, people who have achieved their goal despite the difficulties. Nothing comes on a platter for you. Nothing comes on a platter. You need to slog. You need to work hard. Then only you can achieve what you can have. So if you think you can, you can. So this is a quality that young leaders have to develop. They always should think that I can. So then they can. There is no doubt about it. This is called determination. I always say determination is an important quality in youngsters to achieve their goals. The other one is, this is an explosion that has happened in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. I mean, on August 5th, we all remembered this event. And now how Japan has got devastated. This is what you can see in the pictures when the nuclear explosion took place. And now this is the present day Japan. So determination to achieve goal in the youngsters of that nation made this nation to transform itself. So first is determination and determination to achieve goal. These are the two qualities that youth should possess. So there is nothing like impossible. It is always possible. The word impossible also says I am possible. So never think that everything and nothing is impossible. If you feel that it is possible, it is possible. So develop this quality. Then goals are very important for the youngsters. So there was this is the Harvard Business School. In 1963, Harvard Business School students were asked to write down their goals in life. Only 3% of these students, they wrote down on a piece of paper what their goals are. After 25 years, all these students met again in the Harvard, but it was seen that those people who had written their goals, these 3% people's net worth was more than the net worth of the rest of the batch. So goals make the difference. So as an individual, you need to have goals in your life. That's why Dr. Kalam says, write down your goals. Make a commitment to action to do what it makes. Take the first steps today. There should not be any procrastination. Don't delay the things. Take the first steps today so that you can achieve the goal. So this is another quality which the youngsters. So that's why for this, you have to dream. That's what Dr. Kalam says. You have to dream before your dreams can come true. But unfortunately, what is happening in the society is most of the parents, they are not allowing the children to dream. The parents are dreaming and they are putting the dreams on the children. That is unfortunate part of it. So Dr. Kalam said, allow the children to dream. You have to be a facilitator to see that their dreams are converted into action and their dreams are converted into reality. So goals are very, very important in one's life if you want to achieve something in the life. And a picture, what you see here is somebody is breaking stones. So somebody went and asked him, what are you doing? So the gentleman who is breaking stone, he says, can't you see I am breaking stones? There is another person doing the same thing. Again, he is asked, what are you doing? He says, I am helping to build the biggest library in the city. Both of them are doing the same work. One is feeling that he is breaking stones, and the other one is saying he is contributing to the development of the nation or development of the town. So how do you perceive yourself in your institute or in your this thing makes the difference. Whether you are looking yourself as a stone breaker or whether you are looking yourself as the builder of the library, that makes the difference. So always think about something that you are a contributing person. You are not doing the things in a routine manner, but you are doing the things for the development of the nation and also for building the nation. Then you can achieve great things. Then how to achieve goals? These are many youngsters who ask me. So Dr. Kalam said, find an aim in your life, acquire knowledge continuously to reach this goal, and work hard and persevere to defeat the difficulties. There is a small video which I wanted to present to all of you. It is about 6-7 minutes, but it is worth watching. Yeah. It talks about a helpless baby elephant which has fallen in a ditch. Yeah, I thought this is a wonderful video somebody has forwarded me on the WhatsApp. I thought I'll show it to you because you need to have a lot of patience. I mean, at times, even single or two efforts, three efforts, you may not be able to succeed. So the small shoot which you are seeing on the screen is that of a Chinese bamboo. This bamboo is called Chinese bamboo. In the first 5 years, you see nothing. It's only a little shoot that is springing. Next 90 days, it grows 80 feet. 5 years, it is just remains as a shoot. But in the next 90 days, it grows to 80 feet. So it takes almost about 5 years and 3 months to grow to a height of 80 feet. So every major achievement is always preceded by years of toil, hard work, failure, stress, and determination. So we need to have develop these qualities if you finally want to grow. I mean, that's why I've given this. So never give up, never give up. This is what some school children asked Winston Churchill. Can you give us a 7-letter word to see that we determine our goals in life? He says, never give up, never give up. This quality is called perseverance. So if you want to achieve great leadership qualities, a leader needs to have this quality of perseverance. Patience has its reward. Nothing happens in a jiffy, because it's not like a fast food center, or because people are not having time to watch. So from test match, now we have come to T20. So, I mean, we don't have much patience. Maybe a day will come where there will be 5-over matches also in the days to come. So perseverance is one quality that is going down. And if you want to achieve bigger things in life, you need to persevere. You need to have this quality. And also, I always say, have that majority of the people, they give up when the goal is almost just one step away. So life is tough. 1 degree makes a lot of difference. I mean, most of the students are from the science background, or many of us have studied. Water at 100 degrees is not going to produce much change. But if you have that 1 degree difference, at 100 degrees, if you make it into steam, that can run a locomotive also. So do all that is expected and then a little bit more. So that little bit more is very, very important if you want to achieve something in your life. Now, Dr. Kalam, because I keep referring to him many times, he says, dream is not that you see in sleep. Dream is something that doesn't let you sleep, he says. So I want to present you this Mr. Chintakindi Mallesh. I mean, you should meet this gentleman. All the youth who are attending this program, or everybody, please listen to him on the YouTube. He is a wonderful person. He is a 6th standard dropout. And he saw the difficulties of his parents. He is from a weavers community. He found his parents almost logging 3-4 days to weave a Pochampalli sari. Then he thought, let me do something, because I was talking about the innovative minds. Then what he did is he started preparing a model, or he was coming up with some machine.
సార్ మీ వాయిస్ రావడం లేదు సార్.
Anil? Sir, voice రావట్లేదు.
Yeah, he has some network issues. I think he'll be back in a moment. Yeah, okay. Please stand by.
Okay, okay, bye.
Okay, meanwhile, can we have our guest of honor introduction by Rotractor Harsha, Club Secretary of Rotract Club of Nellore South.
Rohit, kindly.
Yes, sir.
No, yes, back. He's back. He's joined back. Yeah.
Why so hard?
So Chintakindi Mallesham, he goes to and he purchases a dictionary and he starts translating the English electronic circuit books into Telugu. And it took almost 10 years for him, and he found a machine called Lakshmi Asu machine, which now in 4 hours time, it is now weaving a Pochampalli sari, for which he received Padma Shri, and he was one of the amazing Indians award he received. So innovativeness and creativity is another quality which needs to be developed, which needs to be encouraged. So always the youth should realize that you are unique. I mean, one should always feel that he is not like anybody else. One is always unique. Once you realize this, your potential will come out. World around you is trying its best to make you just like everybody else. That's what Dr. Kalam says. If somebody wants to do something different, the whole world will be around him, discouraging him to do certain things. But you should not get discouraged, and you should do your best. So the parents always say, be like the neighbor's children. Teachers say, why can't you be among the top 5 in the class? But everyone says, you have to be somebody else or like everybody else. But Dr. Kalam says, you are unique. Establish your potential in the society, and you become a unique personality, and you contribute to the well-being of the society. Then you need to create a culture of excellence around you. I wanted to actually show you a video, but I could not present it here. This was from the movie Three Idiots. All of you might have seen this movie. In the last scene, what happens is, this man who was an engineering college student, he turns out to be somebody working abroad. And there is a character called Funsuk Wangadu, and he is actually an innovator. So the other person feels that he has achieved a lot in his life. But in the last scene, this person who becomes an innovator actually is the person who gives him a big contract. And then after seeing this gentleman, he starts running away, and this man from US starts following him. So what the titles or what the narrating, the narration which comes from the background is that you become excellent, then success is going to follow you. Kabil bano, kamyabi jek maar ke aapke piche padegi. So you become excellent, then success is bound to follow. So the advice to youth is, never think about success. You try to create a center of excellence around you. Then, I mean, the person whom you are seeing in this is my friend in Mumbai.
Sir, we lost your voice. It seems your signal is not stable.
Let me recognize the presence of IPDRR of District 3160, Rotractor Anurag.
Rohit, please wait.
Yes, sir.
Please wait for a while. Please don't go for fun.
రికగ్నైజ్ చేస్తున్నట్లేండి, వచ్చిన వాళ్ళని రికగ్నైజ్ చేస్తున్నాడు అప్పటి వరకు.
Okay.
క్యారీ ఆన్ రోహిత్.
Okay. Just
RSA MDIO President, PDRR Rotractor Yatin, Rotractor Rajvamshi, DRR of District 3190.
And I recognize the presence of all AGs of 3150 and 3160. And also I thank them for attending this.
Rohit, 5 minutes పడుతుందట జాయిన్ కావటానికి. కాబట్టి ఒక స్పీకర్ ఒకరి స్పీచ్ ఇచ్చేసేయండి.
ఒక్క నిమిషం. So I welcome past district governor Rotarian Sam for this meeting.
Sure, sir.
PDG Sam.
I request Rotractor Harsha, Club Secretary of Rotaract Club of Nellore South, to introduce our guest of honor, past district governor B. Surendra Reddy Garu of District 3160. Over to you, Rotractor Harsha.
Yes. So, good evening to everyone. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, Harsha.
Yeah. Good evening to everyone, first of all, and advance Happy Independence Day to everyone. So, PDG Surendra Reddy hails from the famous Bommireddy family of Gudur. He joined Rotary in the year 1993 and served the district in almost all capacities. He is very passionate for Rotary, which resulted in contributing the then highest TRF, which record is not beaten yet for 10 years. He is the only person who efficiently served as DRFC for continuously 9 years without a single remark to the district. At present, he is serving as ARRFC for RA districts 3160 and 3170. He is married to Anne Maithili and blessed with a daughter who is pursuing her studies abroad. He created an endowment fund of $25,000 with Rotary Foundation in the name of his father. He brought about thought amongst Rotarians that Rotary means Surendra and Surendra means Rotary. So with this brief introduction, we happily present before you all PDG Surendra Reddy, sir. So
thank
please.
You, Rotractor Harsha. I now request past district governor Rotarian Surendra Reddy, sir, to give away his address in the next coming 4 minutes.
Good evening, friends. Satish, should I be talking now?
Yes, carry on, sir. Carry on.
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Narayana sir will not be joining us now.
No, there is a power failure at his place, so he asked us to that he will join 5 minutes.
Okay, I wish Lakshmi Narayana sir was here anyway, because he was my lecturer when I did my engineering from Bapatla Engineering College. He was my lecturer for about 3 months, before which he left for this IAS training and all that. So anyway, at the outset, my congratulations to District 3160 and District 3150, and particularly to Sumantika and Sindhura for organizing this event right before the Independence Day. And very often Rotaractors think that Rotaract is about serving the community. It is actually not so. One of the primary objective of Rotaract is to help build the personality of the people, or personality of the youth as such, because youth is the future of the nation. When you build them right for the future, then the future of the nation is in the safe hands. So this exactly is the objective of the Rotaract. It is not just about you going out and doing some service activities to the community. Yes, doing service activities to the community also in turn helps build your personality, but then the broader objective of the Rotaract is to help build the personality of today's youth, so that we put the nation in the safe hands tomorrow. And talking about youth, Lakshmi Narayana sir has already quoted enough number of examples, but then I'll have to tell you, I tell this very often when I address youth. I've been to engineering colleges on quite a few occasions where I had to address a few children, or few students rather. And whenever I ask the students as to what is their goal in life, the answer that I get very often is either they want to become a doctor or an engineer or a lawyer, or they want to go abroad and settle, or they want to become a CEO of the company. And almost always the goals that children or students talk about are either the financial goal or the career goal. They only talk about the financial goal or the career goal. I have seen people talking only about these two things, as if in life all that matters is your position, or your position in the company, or the money that you make in your life. But let me tell you that for an individual to have a comprehensive growth, these two alone are not going to suffice. These two alone are not going to suffice. You need to understand that there is something called family goal, there is something called social goal, there is something called spiritual goal, apart from the financial goal and the career goal. These things also are important. When I say family goal, that doesn't mean that you need to plan to have 2 or 3 wives. When I say family goal, you need to have a goal wherein you want to have your family, I mean your mother or your father, what are their aspirations for you, or what are their aspirations for themselves. So these are the things that you need to always keep in mind. And as you grow up, if a mother's dream is about going to USA, do you really think of it? You hardly think of it. When we talk about the goals that you have, you only talk about what you want to achieve, but you never talk about what your family actually was looking at from you. So this is a family goal that I talk about. And when we talk about social goals are something that you need to have. How many of you actually think that as I grow up, I need to educate at least 20 or 25 children to come up in their life? You only talk about yourselves. You only talk about you, and probably you talk about having a wife and 2 children, settling abroad and making some good money and giving a good life. So that's not everything. You need to look at the social goal also. And social goal, after social goal comes the spiritual goal. Please understand that you need to have all these 5 goals for a very comprehensive growth of the human being. And one last thing that I will tell before I conclude, I'm sure many of you know who Sylvester Stallone is. Sylvester Stallone is a film actor, as most of you know. He was a rock star during our times. And I'm sure many of you here also know who Sylvester Stallone is. Sylvester Stallone's dream was to become a big film star. And he was one day watching TV, and he saw a boxing match happening. And then this idea of one script came to his mind, and he has prepared that script for a movie. And then he went about meeting the producers, wanting them to make a movie on his script with him as the hero. But then the producers were prepared to take a script, but then nobody were prepared to hire him as the hero. Because, he's half paralyzed, actually. His face is half paralyzed. And he was great looking, but then with half paralyzed face and a new face altogether, no producer was willing to take a gamble in making his script as a movie. But then he tried hard, and as he was trying hard, and he was not having any money at all the days he was going around the studios, and then his wife left him, Brigitta, and then even the only dog that he has to sell the dog, and then he was almost bankrupt. He was on the streets. And then one fine day, there was this producer who said, okay, chalo, I'll make a movie with you. And then the rest is history. The movie was Rocky, and there were almost 7 series parts that were made on that movie. And he has become overnight a big star in Hollywood. And then he went on to become a great Hollywood star. And why I tell you this is because the right kind of attitude is more important. Very often people know, like even in my MBA college, there was this senior of mine by name Miwa John. She didn't know anything about systems. She didn't know anything about computers. But then when she did her MBA, she took systems as her specialization. And she couldn't do even the project work. She took my help to complete the project work, because I came from an engineering background, so I was good at computers. So she took my help to complete the project work too. But then end of the day, she has become a software professional in USA. See, it's not about the skill and the knowledge that you have, but it is about the passion that you have to achieve what you want in life. You develop that passion, and the skill and knowledge will come on its own. I mean, this single-minded pursuit of what you really want to achieve in life is going to, you will certainly reach what you want to achieve, what you are looking at in life. So these are the 2 things that I wanted to tell within the limited time that I am asked to talk about. It's a pleasure, sir, Narayana sir, sharing this virtual dais with you. Before you came, I was just about telling, I am from Bapatla Engineering College, 85-89 batch, and you were our lecturer once, and you have been part of our reunion also when it happened in Hyderabad. So I have your mobile number also with you, though I don't really message you often. So it's a pleasure having you, sir. I often tell my friends that if Lakshminarayana sir was our lecturer for 4 years, then I probably would have been a different person altogether. You make such a great impact with your speeches and talks. It's a pleasure listening to you and being with you on this virtual dais, sir. So thank you team 3160, team 3150, Satish in particular. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to say a few words. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. I now request our guest, V.V. Lakshminarayana sir, to take over. Thank you, sir.
Anil, kindly make sir co-host. By that he can unmute himself. Sir, sir, your mic is not unmuted. Please, sir, you please make yourself. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry for the interruption because there is heavy rain in the part of Hyderabad where I am staying. Because of this, there was a power failure. And also within this time, I don't know, the power failure also has come because somebody wanted the plasma donor immediately. So in this short time, I could arrange one. That is also a good this thing that has happened because of the power failure. Thank you very much, Surendra, for meeting you on the web on this Zoom. I always remember my days in Bapatla and also the way we all used to, share the good feelings and also the total college has transformed. That is one thing we always say that it has started with your batch actually.
Yes.
After that, the college has taken off and it is giving, wonderful people to the nation and also I met many people in the US also during my visit. Thank you very much for your kind words. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I talked about the culture of excellence, and then I'll go for the next. Culture of. Because I was showing you a friend of mine in Mumbai. This man is an auto rickshaw driver. His name is Sharad Bache. Actually, when you go to Mumbai, please get into his auto rickshaw and have a ride. But the uniqueness in his is that his auto rickshaw has all the newspapers of that day, both in English and Marathi. And then you have a Wi-Fi router. You have a Wi-Fi that is kept in the auto rickshaw. You can use that Wi-Fi. And there is a landline connection, landline phone, which you can see in the picture also. And he keeps 2 flasks, one containing a good hot coffee and the other hot tea. So during your journey, you can have the tea or coffee as per your taste. And then he doesn't charge people who are going to the hospitals. And he charges only 50% of the, senior citizens. So I asked him, why are you doing? He said, sir, I want to create a center of excellence around myself. I may be an auto rickshaw driver, but I want to create a center of excellence. Amitabh Bachchan, if he wants to move from his Pratiksha building or Jalsa, he calls Sharad Bache for a short ride. So this is what Sharad Bache, he may be an auto rickshaw driver, but he has created a center of excellence around you. So from him, what we can pick up is wherever you are, whatever you are doing, whichever profession you are, but always try to create a center of excellence around you. Because nation's economic development is driven by competitiveness. Competitiveness is driven by knowledge. That's what Surendra was mentioning just now. And knowledge is driven by technology. And finally, innovation drives technology and resource investment. So this is what one needs to achieve. So innovativeness is very important for the nation. What the nation is looking from the youngsters is the innovation. In a knowledge society, we have to innovate continuously. Innovation is born out of creativity. Creativity comes from beautiful minds. So beautiful minds are required for innovation and creativity. I always talk about Redbus. Redbus innovation you all should read. 4 engineering college students, they were in the final year of the college. One of them gets in, the interview call from a reputed company, but the boy misses the bus because he did not have the reservation. Then all the 4 of them come back and they think, like a train reservation, why not we prepare an app for the bus reservations? So they work for 2 years and they come up with this app called Redbus. You all must be using it, Redbus, for reserving your seats in the bus. And after 2 years of maintaining this app, they sold this Redbus app and they got 1600 crores, 1600. Each one of them is now having 400 crores in their accounts. So this is what is innovation. Innovation makes you rich and also makes the nation rich. So for this, we need to have beautiful minds is the prerequisite for somebody to convert into a creative person and another this. Another quality what you need to have is the righteousness. What Dr. Kalam says is, if you have righteousness in the heart, there is beauty in character. When there is beauty in character, there is a harmony in home. When there is harmony in home, there is order in the nation. When there is order in the nation, there is peace in the world. So if you want peace in the world, you need to be righteous in your heart. Whatever you do as per what is the thing we need to do. So that's what Dr. Kalam says. So the youth should not pick up shortcuts for achieving something, because righteousness is one of the best qualities one needs to develop so that finally it leads to peace in the world. And I was talking about developing a beautiful mind. No matter how stunning you are, if your mind is dull, you can't influence people. This is a gentleman whom you are seeing. He's a film star. His name is Sonu Sood. I mean, we used to see him in the movies, and some of the Telugu movies also he acted. But the moment we came to know that his mind is beautiful, the whole world started appreciating him. I mean, overnight he has become a role model to many people, because he saw a small item in the Twitter or some social media about a farmer who was using both his daughters to till his land. Immediately overnight, I mean the same day, he has sent a tractor to these people, and now they are using this tractor. All this happened because of the beautiful mind, what Sonu Sood has. So if one has beautiful mind, we can bring transformation in our thought process. In the process, we will be useful to the society also. All you need is creativity, imagination, and empathy. That makes the mind beautiful. So always, if you are creative, if you are imaginative, and if you have empathy, then your mind becomes beautiful. That leads to innovation, and that leads to creativity. I mean, the first man in the space, Yuri Gagarin. And this John F. Kennedy saw that a Russian man has gone into the into the space. So then he said the first man on the moon should be an American. That's how Neil Armstrong steps onto the moon. I mean, this is what developing a beautiful mind. That is also, I mean, you want to do something. You want to do something. I mean, the next picture, what I have shown you is Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi kicked out from the train from the first class compartment. So then he transformed himself, what Surendra was telling, with a single-minded devotion that I need to bring some change, I need to bring some transformation. Then another thing, there is, I mean, what you are seeing is dogs and Indians are not allowed. This was a board that has been kept in front of a hotel. This was seen by Jamshedji Tata, and he comes up with Taj in Mumbai. So, I mean, when you see something, you need to react, and you need to determine, and you need to create something new. So this is developing beautiful mind. So breakthrough comes from upset people and people who are daring. So daringness is another quality what people should have. If you are a status quoist, I mean, you can't create something phenomenal in the world. So you need to be daring, and certain things should upset you. What has upset John F. Kennedy has made an American to land on moon. What upset Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi made him to become Mahatma. What upset Jamshedji Tata, he has shown what Indians can do. Now, you are talking about hepatitis B. I'm talking about somebody who is with an upset mind. or who is daring. In 1991, nearly 340,000 people used to die of hepatitis B in India because of the cost of the vaccine. It used to cost 750 rupees per dose and 2,250 per the entire dose. So somebody, a radical innovator, got angry, he got agitated, and he brought the price of the vaccine to rupees 50, and the course cost is to 150 because he agitated. He got angry. That man is no other than but Mr. Varaprasad Reddy. Mr. Varaprasad Reddy, who has agitated and he got angry and he brought the whole thing at a very reasonable cost, 50 rupees, and the course is now it comes in 15 rupees now per this thing dose. And he established Shanta Biotics, and breakthrough comes from upset people and people who are daring. This is a clear example of the people. So these are the qualities which we need to develop if you want to contribute something to the well-being of the nation. So this is mentioned in the Making a Breakthrough Innovation. There's a beautiful book on 11 people who have brought a breakthrough innovations in this nation. So this book is a must-read book for all the youngsters as a source of inspiration for majority of them. Another, a school teacher's daughter had to discontinue her studies due to the threat of extremists. As they said, girls should not go to school. And she spoke out publicly on behalf of the girls and became a target of the terrorists. And she became a target when she was traveling. When she was only 15-year-old, she was shot on the left side of the head. The terrorists entered the bus and they asked, "Who is Malala?" The girl said, "I am Malala." She came out and she became a prey to the terrorists, and she spent 10 days in the hospital, and she got Nobel Prize, and she established a fund for girls' education. In 2014, she received the Nobel Peace Prize. So this is the Malala Yousafzai. So what she says is, when the whole world is silent, even one voice becomes powerful. So this is what youngsters should learn. I mean, you should not be silent. Maybe your voice alone may become so powerful. That was the powerful voice of Malala. So you need to pick up these qualities, and so that you can contribute and you can become role model to many people. Another big issue is many people cannot take criticism. Criticism is another thing which many people, they do not take up, and immediately they burst out. So always criticism is one thing which tries to improve you. If you have that bent of mind, whatever may be the criticism, you always can refine yourself and you modify yourself. The person whom I am showing is Navjot Singh Sidhu. He used to open the cricket for Indian team. He made a debut in the year 1983. He played only 3 innings and he scored only 20 runs. There was a lot of criticism about him in the Times of India newspaper. And they named him Strokeless Wonder. And he was dropped from the team. Then he took the criticism in a positive way. He joined the 5 a.m. club. He used to get up in the morning at 5 o'clock. Throughout the day, his only this thing is to hit the cricket ball. He engaged so many people and he started practicing, and again he was taken in the team, and this was what the record he has now. In 137 one-day games, he made 4,400 runs, and in 51 test matches, he made 3,200, and he got the title Palm Tree Hitter. From Strokeless Wonder, he became Palm Tree Hitter. So, because criticism makes you better. So that is positivity. So my advice to all the youngsters is that there are many people who criticize you, but always take the criticism in a positive way so that you can do something. Another thing is live in the present. This is very, very important for the youngsters. Most of the time, we either live in the past or we live in the future. We forget to live in the present. That's why Kalidasa in Meghaduta, he mentions a poem, and the same thing has been mentioned by Dale Carnegie in his book. He says, "For yesterday is but a dream, And tomorrow is only a vision, but today well lived makes every yesterday a dream of happiness, and every tomorrow a vision of hope. Look well, therefore, to this day, such is the salutation to the dawn. So he says always live in the present. So most of the time we live either in the past or in the future. So if you start living in the present, then you can transform yourself. Then, I mean, how are you using our brain? There was an analysis conducted. It says 40% of the brain you are using in thinking about past. 40% you are using in thinking about future. And 8% of the brain you are using on unrelated activities. And 8% of the brain you are using to create stress, self-created stress. So effectively, most of the people are using only 4% of the brain. So why not we increase this percentage? If you can avoid unrelated activities, if you can avoid this self-created stress, at least it becomes 20%. So you can contribute. And if you can reduce this living in the past and living in future, so you can become a role model to many people. So think on this and take some steps. And also there is a phenomenon called post-truth phenomena. Many people are making use of the youth by inciting their emotions. Inciting their emotions. This phenomenon is called post-truth phenomena because they are not allowing you to think. They are not allowing you to think and they are making use of your emotions. So don't fall prey to such type of post-truth phenomena. Always you go for truth seeking. If any information is given, try to verify it. Try to see whether there is truth in it or not. Don't react immediately. What happened yesterday in Bangalore? You might have seen somebody has put something on the WhatsApp that has led to a serious situation in Bangalore, which has led to a lot of law and order issues, and 3 people were killed. I mean, they died in the police firing also. This is because of reaction on one WhatsApp posting. So that means somebody is trying to instigate you and somebody is trying to use you emotionally. So always have emotional balance that is required for everybody and especially the youth. So, I mean, there is a lot to tell. I mean, because I mean, you are running short of time. So my advice to all the youth especially during the COVID and also for the regular this thing is that you need to train in 4 fields. You need to train in 4 fields. I mean, just I'll end the show here and stop sharing and I'll come to this thing. There are 4 things which you need to train yourself. The first one is training your body is very important. That means you need to be physically fit. A sound mind in a sound body we call. So at least devote 30 to 45 minutes of your day to do some physical activity to remain physically fit. I mean, of late, if I read some news saying that 30-year-old is having diabetes, 35-year-old is hypertensive. I mean, there is something we are drifting from to somewhere. So first thing is train your body. Second thing is train your mind. Training mind is very, very important. I mean, training mind is very important. How you train your mind is by doing dhyana and pranayama. These are the 2 things which keep your mind under control. If you can keep your breathing process under your control, your mind will come under control. The third thing is training your word. That means how you communicate is very, very important. Communication has become very important thing in the present day world. So how you can communicate well is the training of the word. I mean, start reading books, as many books as possible. So spend some time in reading books. Then your communication will be there. If you have material here, then you get good words or you can communicate very well. So keep reading. Of late, I have seen we are just reading only the textbooks which are prescribed, but reading habit has to be inculcated. The fourth one is training your thought process. That means get positivity in your thought process. Get positivity in your thought process. I give the example of Mokshagundam Visvesvaraya, the Bharat Ratna, and on whose birthday on September 15th we celebrate Engineers Day in our country. when he was a student, they had gone to see the Jog Falls in Karnataka. One of his classmates said, I mean, the site is so beautiful, why not we come and stay here? The other friend says, let us have a small guest house constructed here so that we can spend some time in the weekends. But when it comes to Mokshagundam Visvesvaraya, he says, what a waste of energy. So much of energy is getting wasted in the waterfall. Why not we design a turbine and keep it below the waterfall so that the villages here can be electrified? So they designed a turbine and 400 villages got electrified. So this is positive thinking, changing your thought process. So these 4 things are very, very important for an individual. Train your body, train your mind, train your word, and train your thought process. So these things bring transformation in you and change in you so that you can become contributors. And of course, Rotary Club, through their Rotaract interactions, they are imparting all these qualities in you. I thought I can put forth my ideas and my viewpoints before you. And I think definitely India is in a very advantageous position with so many youth in the nation, and training them and keeping them in a right track is going to bring the development much faster. So we need to accelerate. We don't have much time. So kindly accelerate and kindly try to do things what has been discussed by many of the speakers. And we hope India is going to become a developed country very, very soon. I once again wish all of you a very happy Independence Day. As mentioned by, I think, Chinnappa Reddy Garu, that tomorrow all of us let us participate in the flag hoisting function somewhere following the COVID norms. And I thank everybody, especially Satish Garu and Ravindra Garu and all other my friends for giving me this opportunity to share my thoughts and ideas with you, especially the youngsters. Thank you very much. Jai Hind, Bharat Mata ki Jai.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Satish Garu. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir.
Rohit.
Oh, Ravi Vatlaman speech.
Sure, sir. I now request Rotractor Vinila, District Joint Director, International Service of District 3150 to introduce our guest of honor, Rotarian past District Governor Ravi Vatlamani, sir. Over to you, Vinila.
Yeah. Thank you, Rotractor Rohit. Good evening, everyone. It really gives me a great pleasure to introduce the guest of honor, past District Governor Ravi Vatlamani. Past District Governor Ravi Vatlamani is a chartered accountant by profession. He started his journey in Rotary as a Raila participant in 1973. The Rotary Club of Guntur, launched by him in 1976, is kicking even today. He served as Rotary President in 1978. He served as District Governor for RID 3150 in the year 2001 to 2. As Governor, he is the best governor in the entire Rotary world and was awarded the Golden Globe at Barcelona, Spain International Convention. He attended 17 Rotary International Conventions, chaired several breakout sessions. He addressed several international conferences in USA, Australia, UK, and Finland. He represented Rotary International President several times, including Lahore and Finland. He is the chairman of Red Cross branch and was honored with 11 gold medals in various years by Governor of Andhra Pradesh. Ladies and gentlemen, here we welcome the dynamic leader, past District Governor Ravi Vatlamani, sir.
Thank you so much, Rotractor Vinila. I now request our past District Governor, Rotarian Ravi Vatlamani, sir, to address the gathering.
Thank you, District Governor Hanumanth Reddy, Chinnappa, family of Rotarians and Rotractors, and of course, Chala Aptulu, Mitrulu, సోదర సమానులైన లక్ష్మీనారాయణ గారు నమస్కారం అండి. చాలా సంతోషం ఇవాళ మిమ్మల్ని చూసినందుకు. మీకోసం వచ్చాను ఈ సమావేశానికి. ఈ సమావేశంలో నేను సందేశం ఇవ్వడానికి రాలేదు, మా లక్ష్మీనారాయణ గారు మాట్లాడితే వినడానికి వచ్చాను. సందేశాన్ని విన్నాను. అయితే 2 మాటలు మన రోట్రాక్ మిత్రులకి చెప్పాలనుకున్నాను. వారిని గురించి మనం నేర్చుకోవాల్సింది, వారిని ఆదర్శంగా తీర్చుకుంటూ ఈ స్వాతంత్ర దినోత్సవ సందర్భంగా మనం నేర్చుకోవాల్సింది. నాకు తెలిసిన లక్ష్మీనారాయణ గారు వారిని పరిచయం చేస్తున్నప్పుడు చెప్పని లక్ష్మీనారాయణ గారు, ఒకటి, ఇవాళ భారతదేశానికి ముఖ్యంగా కావాల్సింది, మీరందరూ నేర్చుకోవాల్సింది ఈజ్ దట్ దేర్ షుడ్ నాట్ బి గ్రీడ్. పిల్లలందరూ కూడా గ్రీడ్ అనే దాన్ని అసలు గ్రీడ్ వలనే మోస్ట్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ అరైజ్. అండ్ వన్ ఆఫ్ ది బిగ్గెస్ట్ ప్రాబ్లమ్ దట్ అరైజెస్ బికాస్ ఆఫ్ గ్రీడ్ ఈస్ కరప్షన్. ఈ రెండు వారికి లేవు. ఈజ్ నోన్ ఫర్ నాట్ బీయింగ్ కరప్ట్ ఇన్ ది గవర్నమెంట్. హీ టుక్ ఏ వాలంటరీ రిటైర్మెంట్ అండ్ ఆయన వాలంటరీ రిటైర్మెంట్ మీలాంటి వాళ్ళకి అందరికీ ఒక స్ఫూర్తినిస్తూ భావితరాన్ని సరిగ్గా మార్గంలో దిద్దాలనే ఉద్దేశంతో ఆయన రిటైర్మెంట్ తీసుకోవడమే కాకుండా అనేక సమావేశాలు, అనేక యూత్కి వారు సందేశాలు ఇవ్వడం జరిగింది. సో on this eve of the Independence Day, I would only urge all of you not to be corrupt, because that is the biggest bane for this country, and also not to be greedy. ఆశ ఉండొచ్చు, దురాశ ఉండకూడదు. ఈ దురాశ వల్లనే మనం పెద్దలు చెప్పారు, దురాశ వల్లనే దుఃఖం వస్తుంది అని. I have seen in my life lot of people suffering because of greed in financial activities. నా ప్రొఫెషన్లో నేను చాలా మంది నష్టాలు పోవడానికి ముఖ్య కారణం గ్రీడ్. సో దట్ ఈస్ మై సింగిల్ మెసేజ్ ఐ థాట్ ఐ విల్ షేర్ విత్ యూ. అఫ్ కోర్స్ యాజ్ యూ సీక్ యువర్ కెరియర్స్, వారు అన్నట్లు ఐ వుడ్ బి హ్యాపీ సమ్ ఆఫ్ యూ, అండ్ ఐ విల్ పెరాప్స్ టాక్ టు యూ వన్ ఆఫ్ దీస్ డేస్. దేర్ ఈస్ హ్యూజ్ demand and huge need for youth to become change makers and social entrepreneurs. We don't need to pursue only chartered accountancy. We don't need to pursue only IAS. We don't need to pursue only engineering. We don't need to pursue only computers. We can also pursue a role in a non-profit organization as a career. There are a number of examples, my young friends. I will perhaps take some other time on how you can be successful and choose social entrepreneurship as a career and make your life. Remember, real happiness in life is helping others. So I would only encourage you to think on those lines also. Perhaps I'll take one more opportunity with both the DRRs are here and all the Rotaract friends, and I will perhaps talk to you in detail on how to become a change maker. ఇందాక వారు చెప్పిన ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ అందరూ కూడా ది వరల్డ్ ఓన్లీ రిమెంబర్స్ దెమ్. సింపుల్ లాజిక్ ఫ్రెండ్స్ ఈస్ ది వరల్డ్ నెవర్ రిమెంబర్స్ ఎ పర్సన్ హూ టేక్స్ ఫ్రమ్ ది వరల్డ్. అంటే డబ్బులు సంపాదించడానికి కానీ ప్రపంచం దగ్గర నుంచి తీసుకునే వాళ్ళని గుర్తించదు ప్రపంచం. దేర్ ఈస్ నో స్టాచ్యూ బిల్ట్ ఫర్ ఎ పర్సన్ హూ టేక్స్ ఫ్రమ్ ది వరల్డ్. బిల్ గేట్స్ స్టాచ్యూ పెట్టరు, అతను మైక్రోసాఫ్ట్ హెడ్ ఐగా ఉండే. రేపు పెట్టచ్చు, బిల్ గేట్స్ ఫౌండేషన్కి CEO కాబట్టి. మదర్ తెరిసా స్టాచ్యూ పెడతారు, ఎందుకంటే ఆవిడ సమాజానికి ఇచ్చింది కాబట్టి. సమాజానికి ఇచ్చిన వాళ్ళ స్టాచ్యూసే పెడతారు సమాజం. సో మీరు స్టాచ్యూ కింద అవ్వాలి అంటే మీ తరం తర్వాత తప్పకుండా మీరు సమాజానికి ఇవ్వాలి అనేది గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి. ఇది ఒక్కటే చెప్దామని అనుకున్నాను. మరొకసారి ప్రత్యేకంగా గవర్నర్లు ఇద్దరికీ కూడా నాకు అవకాశం ఇచ్చినందుకు, ముఖ్యంగా మిత్రుల్ని చూసి వారి మాటలు విన్నందుకు నాకు చాలా సంతోషంగా ఉంది. వారికి ధన్యవాదాలు చెప్తూ, మా బెంచీలు ఇంకా పనిచేస్తున్నాయని భావిస్తాను సార్. మా ఉద్యమం ఇంకా ఆగలేదు. నేను మీతో మాట్లాడతాను ఈ కోవిడ్ అయిన తర్వాత. ప్రతి పిల్లవాడు కింద కూర్చోకూడదు, బెంచి మీదే కూర్చోవాలనే ఒక ఉద్యమం మొదలుపెట్టాను. మన బడులన్నింటినీ సంతోషమైన బడుల కింద మలచాలి అని ఎక్కడా కూడా ప్రభుత్వాలు కూడా ప్రయత్నం చేస్తున్నాయి ఇప్పుడు. అయితే వారి ప్రయత్నంతో పాటు మనం సహాయం చేయాలనే ఉద్దేశంతో ఒక ఉద్యమం చేపట్టాను. ఆ ఉద్యమంలో మీరు కూడా పాత్ర వహించాలని కోరుకుంటూ మరొకసారి మీకు ధన్యవాదాలు చెప్తూ, మిత్రులందరికీ స్వాతంత్ర దినోత్సవ సందర్భంగా మరొకసారి శుభాకాంక్షలు చెప్తూ.
Rohit, give a chance to all those who wish to have any questions with Sir Lakshminarayan.
Sure, sir. So I now request all the attendees, with the permission of VV Lakshminarayan sir, to take over question and answer session. So if you have any question, you can either type in chat box or you can raise your hand virtually. We'll give you an opportunity to unmute yourself.
Yeah, before that, Ravi garu బెంచీలు బ్రహ్మాండంగా పనిచేస్తున్నాయి. మా పిల్లలందరూ కూడా వాళ్ళు గొప్పగా, ఎందుకంటే దేశ భవిష్యత్తు తరగతి గదుల్లో నిర్మాణం అవుతుంది అంటున్నారు, కానీ ఆ గదుల్లో ఇంకా బాగా నిర్మాణం అవడానికి మీరు చేస్తున్న కృషి చాలా గొప్పది. మా స్కూల్లో పిల్లలు ఎప్పుడు కూడా ప్రతిరోజు మిమ్మల్ని అనుకుంటూ ఉంటారు కాబట్టి ఇది ఒక గ్రేట్ కాంట్రిబ్యూషన్. తర్వాత ఇప్పుడు ఈ నేషనల్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ పాలసీ కొత్తది వచ్చిన వల్ల అగైన్ నౌ ఫ్రమ్ థర్డ్ ఇయర్ 3 years అయిపోయిన తర్వాత నుంచి ఇట్ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు స్టార్ట్. ఐ థింక్ వీ షుడ్ థింక్ సంథింగ్ ఫర్ ది యంగ్ చిల్డ్రన్ హూ ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు కమ్ టు దిస్ అంగన్వాడీస్ అండ్ అదర్ ప్లేసెస్ టు మేక్ దమ్ మోర్ క్రియేటివ్. ఐ మీన్ యాజ్ యూ సెడ్, మనం కలుద్దాం, వీల్ exchange our ideas, and definitely with your contribution we can definitely bring some change in the setup. Thank you very much for the kind words. Yeah.
I think Rohit, you go ahead.
Any questions?
Seems nobody have any questions. Except all are very much satisfied with the SARS information and deliberation.
Right.
Okay, you please go ahead.
Sure, sir. So I now request Rotractor Nilesh, District Rotract Secretary of District 3160, to give away memento to Chief Guest Sri J.D. Lakshmi Narayana, sir. A virtual memento. Over to you, Nilesh.
Okay.
Meet 14th August 2020 in the honor of our keynote speaker, Sri V.V. Lakshmi Narayana, Joint Director retired, CY, as a token of appreciation for his unserving solidarity and services to the nation. 500 saplings will be planted in both the Rotary National District 3150 and Rotary District International 3160 as a part of celebrating 73rd Independence Day of India.
Anil, please display that. Anil.
Yeah, I'm opening that file.
Please.
Maybe Nilesh, you can read it again, once again.
On the eve of Rotaract Multi-District Meet, 14th August 2020, in the honor of our keynote speaker, Sri V.V. Lakshmi Narayana, retired Joint Director, CBI, as a token of appreciation for his unserving solidarity and services to the nation. 500 saplings will be planted in both Rotary International District 3150 and Rotary International District 3160 as part of celebrating 73rd Independence Day of India.
Thank you very much for wonderful thought. That's what I was calling about beautiful minds. So this is some beautiful minds have thought about it, and see, I mean, we can see a beautiful district. 2 districts will be beautiful with these so many saplings. Thank you very much for a wonderful gesture.
Thank you so much, Rotractor Nilesh. Sir, with your permission, we have a Rotractor Sai Manoj Sheshagiri who have a question. So can we take that question?
Please. Yeah, most welcome.
Rotractor Sai Manoj, please, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hi, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
Manoj. Yeah.
Yes, nice meeting you, sir. I have been met you in 2013 July 13th in Vijayawada in the blood donation camp.
Okay.
And happy to see you again, sir, after 7 years long. So my question was, how can we, as you know very well, how can we prevent the corruption, and what are the barriers we can bring to make some innovation in a present 2020, or what's the abroad law and judicians are taking out to reduce the corruption in mainly in India, and what are the things we will help virtually or anything else to the public who are very much in the low background, like low level people, or in the slums and the things. That's it.
Thank you very much. I mean, after 7 years, we are meeting Sai Manoj, and this thing is everything starts from us. I mean, that's why I showed, if you want peace in the nation, should be righteousness in the mind. That is very important. So first and foremost thing is, as Vadlamani Ravi Garu also said, I mean, I should not be corrupt. This is one thing. If everybody thinks in those lines, then we can remove corruption. Because Mahatma Gandhi said, be the change what you want to see in the world. So whichever change, ఏదైతే మార్పు మీరు సమాజంలో కోరుకుంటున్నారో అది నా దగ్గర నుంచి మొదలవ్వాలని ఎప్పుడైతే మనం అనుకుంటామో, మనం అనుకున్న మార్పులు మనం సమాజంలో తీసుకురావచ్చు అన్నమాట. తర్వాత ముఖ్యంగా మనం చూడాల్సింది ఏంటంటే, మీరు యూత్ డిసైడ్ చేసుకోవాలి. ఎక్కడైనా కరప్షన్ జరుగుతోందంటే యూ షుడ్ బాయిల్. ఇందాక అందుకనే చూపించాను, వరప్రసాద్ రెడ్డి గారిని చూపించాను నేను. ఎందుకంటే ఆయన ఇంతమంది ప్రజలు చనిపోతున్నారని చూపి హెపటైటిస్ బిలో హీ అజిటేటెడ్ and he said something I should do. So it resulted in Shanta Biotech, and now he is giving vaccine such a cost. So in the similar manner, Swami Vivekananda said, when you are seeing something in the society, has it touched your heart? Having touched your heart, have you done something to eradicate this or to help to remove that from the society? This is what is youth, according to Swami Vivekananda. So you don't allow, if you see corruption, I mean, you see that it is removed. And most of the people who are with the technical background here, I feel there are many people who are in the IT. The main cause for corruption is the human interface. That's why if you have followed Prime Minister yesterday, in the income tax, they have brought 3 changes. In the assessment, the assessing officer will not know whom he is assessing. And there is no physical, he can't call him. The technology is being used to reduce the corruption. Now, most of the things are now online. If you want to have a passport, most of the things has become online. And if you want to file your income tax return, it has become online. You need not have to go to the income tax office and submit. So there are many measures which are being taken to reduce the corruption. So ultimately, it is the mind. It is the thought process which will reduce the corruption. So as youth of the nation, don't tolerate corruption. Don't tolerate corruption. If you find some corrupt practices are going on, take it on. Take it on and see that the corruption is reduced. And first thing is, one should remain non-corrupt. That is very, very important. Okay. Right. Yes, Rohit.
Thank you so much, sir. Sir, Sanjay made his voice and we have few more questions in line.
Yeah, maybe if the forum is ready, because it's all, I'm seeing many elderly people in the...
Oh, it is already late. Let's finish that, then we'll go.
Yeah.
Sir, there is one more question from Vijay Kumar. Sir, what's your opinion on new education policy, especially 5+3+3+4 system, and teaching should be in mother tongue until 5th?
Yeah. Because all these recommendations in the national education policy have been done by making an extensive study under the chairmanship of Dr. Kasturi Rangan. A very well informed members have done it. Because what they have seen is, in the formative stages of an individual, especially when you are a child, you can pick up so many things. And because, I mean, that is the stage where you can always, because the children keep asking so many questions. This is the formative stage wherein the foundations can be put very firmly. That's why this particular 5-year initial period is called the foundation course. Many of the places, if you see, I mean, they are starting it after completion of 3 years. So that's why the same system is adopted here. And basically, it is going to be by like a play school. There is not going to be any big syllabus and all. It is going to be through doing some exercises and doing some small games and all, through which you want to change the, you want to see that the child gets into a proper mold. So this is one of the best ways of doing things, because if you see innovations, most of the innovative people are those who have started their this thing at a very early age and in their mother tongues or the regional languages or the local languages. If you analyze the Nobel Prizes, 95.7% of the Nobel Prize winners have done their primary education in their mother tongue or the local language. So this is also another thing we need to do, because by the time the child goes to a school, he almost picks up about 2,000 words, 2,000 words from his parents, from the surroundings, from the society. The moment he is put into a school and the medium of instruction is different, he becomes silent and he stops speaking, because the language in the school is different from his local language. So that's why at least for the initial 5 years, I mean up to the second standard, they said let it be in the local language or the regional language, and the policy also makes it wherever possible. They are not going to impress it upon, but it is going to be wherever possible. They are going to take all the state governments into confidence and they are going to do it. And it is not that the whole, this thing is going to be in the regional language, only in the initial 5 years. Subsequently, I mean, the best example to know is Mr. P.V. Narasimha Rao. The village Vangara, where he was born, people used to speak 5 languages: Telugu, Hindi, Odia, Marathi, and Kannada. So in the young days or as a child, he picked up all these languages, and also Urdu and Persian. So this is a clear example before all of us, how he ruled and how he has brought. So there is a lot of thought process has gone into it, and the government is taking decisions by taking into so many things and into consideration. Because I worked in Maharashtra, there everybody speaks in Marathi, because I give a small incident and I'll stop. I met 3 great people in Pune airport. One is Raghunath Mashelkar, the ex-director of CSIR. The another person was Vijay Bhatkar, who invented the Param supercomputer. The other person was Anil Kakodkar, Dr. Anil Kakodkar, who was the chairman of the Atomic Energy Commission. I also happened to be in the airport. All 4 of us sat together and we had spoken in Marathi. I mean, so sticking to your language, it is not that I'm not talking about parochialism, but it is the basis, the foundation is very, very important. When you learn something in your mother tongue or the local language, your faculties will develop fast. So that is what it is. So I think it is good, and there is no going to be imposition, and the modalities are going to be worked out very, very soon. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Sir, would you suggest us any few books which are which you feel are essential for every youngster to read?
I mean, I always read Ramayana and Mahabharata and Bhagavad Gita. These are the books I always read, if you can see behind me. And story books. Read story books. Read Panchatantra. Read Paramanandaya Sishila Katha. Read Akbar Birbal. Read Tenali Ramalinga. So all these are going to make you creative. They are all out-of-box thinking stories. All these books of stories, they are all out-of-box. And Bhagavad Gita is the biggest or the most important personality development. Never think that it is a religious book. It is the best personality development book, which is available in 10 rupees. You need not have to read 7 Habits of Highly Effective People or the 8th Habit by Stephen Covey, but everything is available in this book. So these are the books I follow, Satish Garu. Yeah, and these are the things. Yeah.
Okay,
Thank
go
you
ahead.
so much, sir.
Amit
I now request. Thank you so much, sir.
Amit Naik, you have one question, please ask. Unmute yourself and ask.
Maybe we'll make it the last question. Yeah.
Last question.
Yes,
because
Yes. Ravindra Garu is, because he wants to finish it in time. That is very important. Yeah.
There are many questions, sir, but it takes.
Yeah. That's why I said, let me take a last question and finish it off. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Last question.
Hello, sir. It was nice meeting you, sir, and I really like this session. I have one question. I'm a motivational speaker myself. I actually teach students that what is the value of dream, and even their parents while orientation programs in colleges. But the one question they ask me is, and that really stops me from answering them. And that one question is, intaki manaki labham enti? When I talk about social entrepreneur or do something for the society, the parents ask, dintlo manaki enti, mana babu ki enti, or mana putri ki enti. So when I get that question, you know, I have no answer to that. How do I deal with questions like that, sir?
Basically, parents are the big stumbling blocks in this society. That is the biggest problem with us. They are not allowing the children to think independently. That's why I told about Kalam also, because he said children have to dream, not the parents. He said children have to dream and parents have to facilitate them to realize their dreams into their goals. But nowadays, what is happening is the parents are dreaming by the market around and other things, and they are pressurizing the children. So basically, your program should be for the parents and not to the children. That is what I feel, Amit. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much,
request,
Rohit. Yeah.
I now request Rotarian Sheshasai, sir, District General Secretary of Rotary International District 3150 for secretarial announcements. Over to you, sir.